Yo, what's up guys, it's Mr. Roy here once again and welcome back to All Round Review. So today's review is a bit personal because I have a lot of questions to ask. The Realme C75 came with a lot of bloatwares. I mean, why is that there are so many pre-installed apps in this phone? Because I really don't understand. So I've been using this phone for my daily driver for some time now. Not just for review or quick unboxing as you know, my quick unboxing and first impression video as I always do. I mean, I have actually lived with this phone. It's been my daily driver. I've charged it, dropped it, gamed on it, taken pictures, recorded videos, restarted it more times than I should have, and basically put it through everything you'd expect a modern phone to handle. And after weeks of use, here's the humble truth. This phone is not a bad phone, it's just a frustrating one. It's got some really solid hardware for its price, and make no mistake, at 225,000 naira for the 8/128GB or 245,000 naira for the 8/256GB, you are getting a lot of phone on paper. But specs aren't everything, right? And once you move past the tough exterior, some serious problems start to show up. This is my real world long-term review of the Realme C75 and we are not holding back, so before I start, please make sure you are subscribed, and if you haven't, please do that. So let's get down to business. So guys, let's rewind to when I first got the phone. At first glance, the Realme C75 doesn't look like a budget device. The boss got that bold industrial design with flat edges that give it a premium feel. Almost like Realme is borrowing some premium design language here. My unit came in that lightning gold color and the back glitters in light thanks to the fine textured 3D lines. It genuinely stands out from the usual black and grey crowd. Now when you look at the specs on paper, it's actually impressive for the price segment. It comes with a 6.72 inches Full HD Plus IPS LCD display, 2400 by 1080 pixels, 392 ppi, is smooth with a 90Hz refresh rate and adaptive refresh tech that scales depending on your activity. So you are not burning battery when you don't need that full refresh rate. But I still don't understand why this is not 120Hz in 2025. Even entry-level phones now comes with 120Hz refresh rate. And speaking of battery, this phone packs a 5828 mAh cell that might as well be called a power bank. It's paired with a 45 watts fast charging through a USB-C port, and you can go from 0% to full charge under 1 hour 30 minutes, which is impressive given the battery size. Internally, the C75 runs on a MediaTek Helio G92 Max, which is a 12nm octa-core processor. It's not really impressive on paper but still manageable based on budget segment. It's not flagship level but is decent. You also get 8GB of physical RAM plus up to 16GB of virtual RAM and 128GB or 256GB of storage option. On paper, this combo should offer enough horsepower to handle multitasking, gaming and media consumption smoothly. And Realme didn't just stop there. They went ahead to implement an IP68 and IP69 rating for water and dust protection. That's serious ruggedness if you ask me. This phone can survive being submerged, take on high pressure water jets, and this phone is also certified MIL STD810H for durability. You can drop it, splash it, or even rinse it off under tap. This phone isn't scared. So initially I thought we had a winner. Setup was clean and the UI felt smooth, and for a phone in this budget tier, it honestly didn't feel like a budget device. So the question is, what happened to all the hypes I've been seeing online about this phone? About 4 days in, things started to change. Performance dipped. I've been using this phone normally for TikTok, YouTube, WhatsApp, and suddenly things would slow to a crawl. Scrolling started stuttering, app launches got slower, even pulling down the quick settings panel felt like a delay. And the pattern repeated like clockwork. Use the phone for 3 to 4 days and the lag comes in. Not minor lag, I felt like this phone was even over bloated. And that's what I had to do, restart over and over again. Each time it would go back to being smooth for a while or just for a few days, then rinse and repeat the reboot. It became so predictable that I started scheduling my reboots. That's not normal, not in 2025, and definitely not a phone with this much RAM. And I'm not the only one that is complaining actually. I've read forums, Reddit posts, Facebook groups, all saying the same thing. Smooth for a few days, then trash. It's like Realme forgot to implement garbage collection in the system memory. Now, the problem I'm facing right now is software. Realme UI 5.0 on Android 14 has great features, but it's heavy with bloatwares and it's mush. I suspected RAM and GPU resources aren't being freed properly. The phone keeps stacking background tasks until it just shooks itself. So the thing is, having 8GB of RAM plus virtual RAM doesn't fix the lag as long as the OS cannot manage it properly. Believe me, this phone has tons of features plus AI that you would wanna try out. You can customize this phone and do a lot. I mean a lot of things. Then came a massive software update about 5GB in size. Naturally, it got my hopes up. That size should mean real changes like in performance tuning, system optimization, and maybe better RAM management or balancing. But the answer is no. What happened next? Same issues, same cycle, it still lagged every few days. The UI still slowed down, games still glitched. Even battery optimization setting didn't help. It was like the system needed a complete refresh, not a patch. So let's talk about gaming. The spec suggests it should hold up. G92 Max isn't a bad chipset, and with that RAM, I expect it to at least handle mid-range games as well. But the experience is kind of disappointing. I launched PUBG Mobile and within 10 minutes, the phone got hot. Around the fingerprint scanner area and the upper back, it felt like it was trying to toast bread. And when the heat kicks in, so does the throttling. Frame rates drop, gameplay stutters. I also tried Asphalt 8, even less demanding games like Rally Horizon start to show signs of thermal slowdown. So it doesn't matter how much RAM you throw at a game. If your chipset gets bottlenecked by bad thermal management and poor software optimization, is going to lag. So this phone doesn't have a dedicated cooling system, which is a big problem. So don't let the rugged build fool you. Internally, it's just average. Alright, let's get into the part that annoyed me the most, the camera. So the Realme C75's body build is marketed as having a triple lens setup. You have got that 50MP main camera and two mystery lenses, one supposedly macro, one depth. But after using it for a few weeks, I noticed something weird. No matter what mode I used, the shots all looked like they were coming from a single lens. Portrait mode had weak separation. Something kind of felt really odd here, so I sent the phone down to my teardown team at the gadget breakdown. We cracked it open and what we found confirmed everything. Only one camera is real, just the 50MP sensor. The other two lenses, just decorative. Dummy lenses, empty sockets. Realme literally glued on two extra rings to make it look like a triple camera phone. And that's not even the worst part. The main sensor doesn't even have optical image stabilization. So not only is it just a single lens camera, but it's also unsteady. Night photos are noisy, dynamic range is weak, the beauty filters aren't nice, and video recording is a disaster. No stabilization, soft focus, and terrible motion handling. It's honestly false advertising. You can't pitch a triple camera phone and give people just one working lens. But I really don't blame Realme because this is just the normal trend now in budget phone. But I'll give credit where it's due because the battery on this phone is a beast. That 5828 mAh cells holds its own. I routinely got through a full day of heavy usage and still had juice to spare. You could take the phone out at 7 AM and still have about 30% left by midnight. And on lighter days, you easily get 2 full days of use. The 45 watts charging is decent. It's not blazing fast like 65 watts charger on more expensive phones, but it's quick enough. A full top up from dead took me about an hour and 30 minutes. That's acceptable for battery this big. And here's where the rugged DNA actually makes sense. This phone is built for people who are out all day, like construction workers, delivery riders, students on campus from morning to night. So the battery will back you up all day long. So my last question is, who is the Realme C75 for? It's for people that need a phone that won't die physically but don't care if it dies logically every few days. If you need something you can drop, splash, or take into harsh environment, this phone delivers. If you just want to browse WhatsApp, take occasional calls, watch a few YouTube videos or shorts, and not much else, this might actually work for you. But if you want smooth performance, consistent gaming, reliable photography, or even just a responsive phone that doesn't need to be rebooted every week, this isn't the best choice. The Realme C75 looks like a warrior, but under the hood is just a laggy, poorly optimized budget phone pretending to be a premium phone. That's my long-term experience. The full teardown is linked in this video description if you want to see the fake camera setup with your own eyes. Big shout out to the team at the Gadget Breakdown for exposing what's really inside this phone. If Realme wants to fix this mess, they need to drop a real software overhaul, not more patches, a full cleanup. Let me know in the comment section, have you used the C75? Are you restarting it every few days too, or did you somehow get lucky? Either way, thanks for watching, and I'm Mr. Roy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.